All right, let's get into it. We're about to dive into a genuine cosmic detective story. And the main clue? It's been hiding in plain sight this whole time, every single night, right above our heads. It all starts with what sounds like the simplest question in the world. Why is the night sky dark? And I know what you're thinking. Because the sun went down. And yeah, fair enough. But for centuries, that very simple, obvious fact was a massive contradiction to what science believed about the universe. It was a huge, nagging puzzle.
You see, the darkness up there isn't just an absence of light. It's actually a clue. It's a critical piece of evidence that was screaming at us for hundreds of years, telling us that our basic understanding of the cosmos was just fundamentally wrong.
And this gets us to something called Olbers Paradox, named for the astronomer Heinrich Wilhelm Olbers. And it's a paradox because according to the physics everyone accepted back then, the night sky shouldn't be dark at all. No, it should be an absolutely blazing wall of light.
The logic went something like this. If the universe is infinite, and it's just jam-packed with stars, then no matter where you look, your line of sight has to, eventually, hit a star. Think about standing in a massive, endless forest. In every direction, all you see is trees, right? Same idea, but with stars. So let's walk through this airtight logic. 1, the universe is infinite and full of stars. Got it. 2, so any direction you look, you're looking at a star. Okay, now you might be thinking, but wait, distant stars are way fainter. And you're right, they are. But here's the real kicker. The math showed that as you look farther out, the sheer number of stars increases in a way that perfectly cancels out the dimness. The conclusion was totally inescapable. The entire night sky should be as bright as looking at the sun. But, well, just look outside at night. It's not. Okay, so if the logic is solid but the conclusion is completely wrong, then something else has to be the problem. And in our detective story, the prime suspects are the fundamental assumptions everyone was making about the universe itself.
And here they are, the 4 faulty assumptions. For the longest time, the scientific consensus was that the universe was infinite in size, that it was infinitely old, it had just always been here, that it was static, not going anywhere, and that stars were scattered more or less evenly throughout. Put all those ideas together, and you get a paradox.
So, since that chain of logic really does hold up, at least one of these core beliefs had to be wrong. The dark sky itself was the evidence. It was time to follow the clues. And the first huge clue that cracked this case wide open was the discovery that the universe is not infinitely old. It has a starting point. It actually has a birthday. And that birthday happened roughly 13.8 billion years ago. I mean, just think about that. This one number changes literally everything. The idea of an eternal, unchanging universe? Out the window. A universe with a finite history was the new reality. And this has a massive implication. Because light travels at a fixed speed, the cosmic speed limit, we can only see things whose light has had enough time to get to us in those 13.8 billion years. This creates a kind of cosmic horizon, a boundary to what we call the observable universe. The light from stars beyond that boundary, it just hasn't reached us yet. So a big reason the sky is dark is because huge chunks of the universe are still, from our perspective, invisible. But, the universe's age is only part of the answer. The second major clue was the real nail in the coffin for that old static model. And that was the incredible discovery that the universe is not standing still at all, it's expanding. So as galaxies fly away from us, the actual fabric of space between us and them is stretching. And get this, as light travels through that stretching space, the light waves themselves get stretched out. We call this cosmological redshift. The light is literally being shifted down toward the red, lower energy part of the spectrum.
And for the most distant galaxies, the stretching effect is so extreme that their light gets pushed right out of the visible spectrum we can see, all the way into the invisible infrared and microwave ranges. So the light is still there, it's still traveling towards us, but has been redshifted into darkness. It's wild. The universe is actively dimming itself from our point of view.
So let's just put it side by side. The old assumption of an infinite, eternal universe? Nope. Replaced by the evidence that it's about 13.8 billion years old. The assumption of a static, unchanging cosmos? Replaced by the mind-blowing reality that it's constantly expanding. And these two discoveries completely solve the paradox. And that brings us to the verdict in our cosmic case. The dark night sky isn't empty. It's not a void. It is the exact opposite. It is full of evidence. evidence that tells us the entire story of our universe.
When you boil it all down, it comes to this. The simple, observable fact that the sky is dark at night is one of the single most powerful pieces of evidence we have for the Big Bang. It points straight to a universe that had a definite beginning and has been expanding ever since.
So let's just quickly recap the solution. The sky is dark for two huge reasons. First, the universe is only 13.8 billion years old, so light from the absolute farthest stars just hasn't had time to get here yet. And second, the expansion of the universe is stretching the light from distant galaxies so much that it becomes invisible to our eyes.
So the next time you're outside on a clear night and you look up, just remember what you're seeing. You're not just looking into emptiness. You are literally looking at the proof of cosmic history. You're seeing the evidence for the Big Bang, written in that beautiful, profound darkness between the stars.
And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other incredible cosmic secrets are hiding out there, right in front of our faces, just waiting for someone to ask the right, simple question?